What's going on, bodybuilding lifestyle family? Damian Patrick here. Welcome back to the channel. All right, guys. I wanted to share with you guys what I consider the craziest transformation I've ever seen in bodybuilding, period. So this guy here actually started off, I saw this guy a couple years ago, about 2 years ago. He started off basically as a meme. So they were calling this guy Neckzilla because he had a massive neck, pretty decent frame at the time. So he was built pretty decent, but he wasn't like a super high level bodybuilder. So at the time, he was more just like a meme. So people thought it was funny. So as you can see for here, guy looks so obviously you can see why they call him Neckzilla. So anyways, fast forward a couple years later, he comes back onto the scene. I guess he was still on the scene, but he makes a big splash onto the scene in the 2023 Prague Pro show. So his actual name, guys, so we don't want to disrespect him. His actual name is Rubiel Mosquera. I believe I'm saying that right. I believe he's Colombian. And so he kind of lays low for a couple years, comes out of nowhere, and he is an absolute monster. Like craziest 5-year, actually the 6-year transformation I've ever seen. So let me pull it up here. All right, there you go, guys. 6-year transformation. Totally insane. Now, obviously, this is not a natty transformation, but it doesn't matter what you take, guys. This is the elite of the 1% of the 1% genetics. So when it comes to anabolics, just like when it comes to training, you got different types of responders. So there's a lot of people think, well, everybody that's competing is on the same amount of gear, or every IFBB pro is taking a whole bunch of stuff, which is there is a lot of guys taking a whole bunch of stuff. Make no mistake about it. There's a lot of guys taking way too much stuff. But there's some people that respond a lot better genetically. They have a better genetic response to any type of anabolics, to HGH, to peptides. They just respond better, guys. This is without a doubt 100% factual. So you got people that respond normally, average person. They get results, off a cycle they might gain. I'm just making these numbers up, so this is not scientific. Off a cycle, their first cycle, they might gain 8 to 10 pounds of muscle, which is exceptional for a normal person. Then you got somebody who's a really great responder. They might gain 12 to 14, 15 pounds on their first cycle. And then you got freaks that will gain 20 to 25 pounds of muscle on a very small cycle for their first cycle. So people do respond differently. Obviously, training and diet comes into it's very important, especially when you're on PEDs. So this guy is in the elite 1% of the 1%, guys. Honestly, I can't even guess what he's taking. I'm sure he's taking HGH. I'm sure he's taking all the other stuff, tests. He's just competed, so probably ran a little bit of trend, Masteron. Is he taking insulin? I wouldn't doubt it, but I don't know. I have seen guys that have incredible physiques that have never taken insulin, and they've never taken HGH, actually. So it is possible he's not taking insulin. But I'm not going to speculate. Only person that knows that is himself and his coaches. But this is the craziest 6-year transformation. I want to say this is probably, I'm going to guess, 80 to 100 pounds of muscle in 6 years. So we're talking about 15 to 20 pounds. Mostly about 15 pounds of muscle consistently every year after year for 5-6 years in a row. What's great about this, though, is he started off as a meme, right? This is what I love about bodybuilding. It was just about his neck. But as you see, he trained. He still has he doesn't have the most aesthetic physique. But as he trained, he obviously filled in those areas, filled in his shoulders more, filled in his chest more. He looks like he stopped training traps, which is great. So now he's starting to look a little bit more aesthetic, a little bit more appealing to the eye. I think he's got a bright future in bodybuilding. People love a freak show. I think he's only 26 or 27. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. People love to go see a freak show, the mass monsters. He's a mass monster. They love to see that in person. So, and he just placed 3rd place. So he got his pro card on a Friday, which is impressive. Then on a Saturday, he jumped right into the pro show against Samson, who was top 3. It was number 3 at the Olympia. I believe it was number 3, yes. And then Michael Crizzo, who I believe was 7th at the Olympia, and he placed 3rd. And actually, let's not forget, we had Nathan Dash in that show, who's an Olympian, who I believe has the most pro wins of any other bodybuilder. Currently on the scene, not retired, because Dexter Jackson's number 1. But he competed against 3 very seasoned guys, and he placed 3rd place. That's impressive for your first show. So I think he's going to be winning some shows. I think he's going to be in Olympia. If he keeps going, at this rate, he might be another Ronnie Coleman. We don't know. All right, guys. So look out for this guy, Rubiel Mosquera. I think we need to stop calling him Neckzilla. I think we should just call him something else, something with a little bit more respect. Maybe the Colombian Hulk. I think he's Colombian. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, smash the thumbs up button, guys. Catch up with you guys on the next video.